What is up, guys? Welcome on back into the channel, and today we are doing episode 4 of Madden NFL What If Peyton Manning, the series where we try to see what would have happened if Peyton Manning had never gotten injured and had never left the Indianapolis Colts. We are coming off back-to-back Super Bowl seasons, including a 15-1 season and a perfect 16-0 season, which was last year. We won our second straight Super Bowl, and we did have some members of this Colts core retire, such as Adam Vinatieri, Gary Brackett, and others, so we sort of had to go through and sort of get some new weapons, get some new players to fill those holes. And before we hop into Season 4, let's meet the team. So at 38 years old, of course, Peyton Manning is still our quarterback, still a 97 overall going into his 17th year in the league. I don't know if this will be his last year. We'll see, but he has been playing at a terrific level throughout this entire series. So, I mean, he could go just as long as he wants to. But we do have a new backup quarterback. Usually it's been Terrell Pryor, but we picked up a new one. Dom Dickerson, a quarterback that we drafted in the 7th round this year, Mr. Irrelevant, 22 years old, 89 speed, 92 agility, 90 acceleration, 93 elusiveness, 74 ball carrier vision, 76 stiff arm, 79 spin move, 90 juke move, has 93 throw power, but only 69 short throw accuracy, 80 medium throw accuracy, and 70 deep throw accuracy. So Dom Dickerson definitely the heir apparent to Peyton Manning once he does retire here. At the running back position, we still have Jacob Shortell, who is up to an 85 overall, still that 96 speed, 99 agility, 99 acceleration. DeLone Carter's backing him up at a 79, and then Joseph Adai still around, but all the way down to a 74 overall. Brand new starting fullback, the rookie Brendan Stone, with 79 speed, 81 strength, 78 agility, and 83 acceleration. He was a 6th round draft pick for us in this previous draft. Receiving core looks pretty similar. We still have Reggie Wayne, Pierre Garçon, Austin Collie, but Corey Malone, who we drafted last year with that 99 speed, does move up to the 4th receiver slot. And then Quentin Ross, another 7th round draft pick for us in this previous draft. 73 overall, 21 years old, 94 speed, 94 agility, 91 acceleration. Moves up to the 5th receiver slot. Tight ends, we still have Dallas Clark and Jacob Tamme. They do both regress a little bit, but still a very good 2 tight end duo. Left tackle going into his 4th year in the league is Anthony Costanzo, sitting at a 90 overall. In this previous draft, we got a lot of new people to put on this offensive line, including Shaquille Harper, the rookie, 82 overall, 21 years old. Picked him up in the 1st round with the 32nd overall pick. 6'4", 314 pounds. He's going to be a monster on that offensive line. At the center position, down to an 87 overall at 39 years old, is Jeff Saturday. I expect this to probably be his last year in the league. If not, we may have to look to moving one of these other guys at the center position if he does continue to regress. At the other guard position, another draft pick for us in this previous draft. Again, 82 overall, 21 years old, it's Delray Reeves. We picked him up in the 3rd round, 6'5", 317 pounds. Another guy that is just going to have a great career on this Colts offensive line. And then at right tackle, Mitch McCamish, who started last year as a rookie. He's up to an 81 overall at 22 years old, and he's backed up by Tondarius Duncan, a 80 overall, 23-year-old rookie who we found in the 2nd round of the draft this year. Robert Mathis is still our starting left defensive end. He has regressed a little bit, though, down to an 85. However, Dwight Freeney stays at a 90 overall, so he is still our starting right defensive end. At D-tackle, Drake Nevis is up to an 85 overall, followed by Fili Moala at a 76 overall. Left outside linebacker is still Pat Angerer, up to an 86 overall. Thomas Barnes, the 5th round draft pick at 93 overall now, 23 years old. Followed by Deshaun Gandy, the former 1st round pick, 81 overall, 24 years old. And then Clint Session is still our starting right outside linebacker, followed by Jackson Boone, who I believe was an undrafted free agent. Yeah, he was an undrafted free agent a few years ago for us, and so he will be backing up Clint Session. At the corner position, we still have Gerard Powers and Verlon Beasley. We did move Kelvin Hayden. He played strong safety for us last season. We did move him back to corner just because the drop-off in talent between this 3rd and 4th corner is so huge, and I really didn't want Chris Houston or Ike Taylor playing that 3rd corner slot. Antoine Bethea still holding it down, 93 overall at the free safety position. Strong safety, we bring in Lamont Godfrey, 2nd-year player, 78 overall, only 23 years old, so he should be pretty good in that position for us this year. Since Adam Vinatieri did retire, we brought in David Akers, 39 years old, to do the field goal kicking for us. Hunter, of course, is still the legend Pat McAfee. And then the rookie receiver, Quentin Ross, who we picked up, 94 speed, 94 agility, 91 acceleration, will be doing the kick and punt returning for us this year. But like previous episodes, we're going to simulate through the regular season, and when we get to games throughout the regular season that I think are important or big games, I'll definitely hop in and we'll see how they go. All right, so here we are in Week 13. We are 9-2, which is more losses than we've had in the previous 2 seasons combined, but whatever. And we're playing at Philadelphia against the Eagles, the team that we beat in our first Super Bowl victory. They're 8-3, so I wanted to hop into this game. But before we do, I'm going to take you around the league, show you the stats and who's leading the different standings and such. So Peyton Manning currently leads the league in passer rating with a 103.3. Aaron Rodgers leads the league with over 3,300 passing yards, and then Phillip Rivers leads the league with 30 touchdowns. Peyton Manning has 25 touchdowns to only 3 interceptions. That is a wonderful touchdown-to-interception ratio right there. Arian Foster currently leads the league in rushing with over 1,200 yards. Darren McFadden is second with over 1,100 yards. And then Jamal Charles leads the league in rushing touchdowns with 11, and Adrian Peterson, Arian Foster, and Rashard Mendenhall are tied for second with 9th. Larry Fitzgerald leads the league in receptions with 96. The next closest is Reggie Wayne with 75, so a huge distance there between first and second in receptions so far this year. Larry Fitzgerald also leads the league with over 1,300 receiving yards and 12 receiving touchdowns. John Beeson currently leads the league with 123 tackles, and Brendan Chapman, an auto-generated player, leads the league with 16 sacks. J.J. Watt is second with 15. And then Devron Waters, another auto-generated player, already has 8 interceptions on the season. That's crazy. Cedric Griffin of the Niners has 6. But 8 interceptions through Week 12, that's just crazy. Looking at our team stats, we saw Peyton Manning, 3,100 yards, 25 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions on the season. Jacob Shortell has 188 carries, 671 yards, and 4 rushing touchdowns on the year. And then DeLone Carter has about 270 yards rushing with 2 rushing touchdowns on the year. Reggie Wayne leads us in receiving, 75 catches, 1,083 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Dallas Clark, 58 catches, 640 yards with 6 touchdowns. Austin Coley, 33 catches, 444 yards with 2 touchdowns. Pierre Garçon, 37 catches, 434 yards with 3 touchdowns. Corey Malone, 19 catches, 258 yards, 5 touchdowns. And then the rookie Quentin Ross, 7 catches, 65 yards with 2 touchdowns. Thomas Barnes leads the team in tackles with 119 so far on the season. Drake Nevis leads us in sacks with 6. Dwight Freeney has 5.5, and then Robert Mathis has 3. And then Kelvin Hayden, the corner, currently leads us in interceptions with 3. And then we have 2 defensive touchdowns so far in the season. One for Dwight Freeney, which appears was a 24-yard fumble, scoop, and score. And then the other was from Pat Angerer, which appeared to be most likely a pick 6, it seems. So far in the year, David Akers, 14 for 24 on field goals. I don't like that. Only a 58% field goal percentage, but 30 for 31 on extra points. Pat McAfee, 65 punts for an average of 42.6 yards with a long of 68. Peyton Manning is currently in the lead for MVP, followed by Phillip Rivers, B.J. McCamish, the quarterback for the Cardinals, Brendan Chapman, who currently leads the league in sacks, and then Tom Brady. So we're going to hop into this game and see how it goes in Philadelphia against the team that we ended up beating in the Super Bowl a few years ago. So it looks like Michael Vick is no longer the quarterback for the Eagles. We're going to check out their team before we actually get started in this game, just because it has been so long since we've played them. I want to see who's still here and who's moved on. So Kyle Orton is the starting quarterback for the Eagles now. They have a auto-generated guy as their backup, and then a third-string rookie who's a 46 overall. Let's see, LaShawn McCoy's still here at a 91 overall, so he's still their starting running back. They still have Deshaun McCoy, Jeremy Maclin, but the rest of their receiving core not good at all. Defensive line looks good. You got Brandon Graham, Trent Cole, probably some good D tackles. Ooh, yeah, really good D tackles right there. So it's mainly their defense that's bringing them to this really good record that they have. A lot of auto-generated guys, so a very young but very high overall defense for them. Ooh, this might be a tough game for us here today. So we're going to hop into the game here. 5:11 left in the fourth quarter. We're tied at 21. We were up 21-7, but they've scored a couple of quick touchdowns on us, including a Deshaun Jackson punt return touchdown. Oh my gosh! The rookie Quentin Ross fumbles the kickoff! He fumbled. He got laid out on that one. He got destroyed there. And it's a turnover. And now this Eagles offense is going to set up in very good field position here. And Kyle Orton back to throw. And he'll find Macklin underneath for a short gain there. Orton back to throw. We're going to bring a blitz here. Missed him on that one with Barnes. Godfrey's able to get there and knock him out of bounds before he's able to get in for the touchdown there. Orton back to throw again, and he'll throw out. And Powers, oh, you got to pick that off, Powers. That's a pick six if you pick that instead of just swat it. But it will be second down now. Second and goal from the 3 here for Philadelphia. Orton looking to throw. Hits Jackson, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So 21 unanswered points by this Eagles team, and now they have a 1-touchdown lead over us late in this fourth quarter. We're going to have to try and make the comeback here with Peyton Manning in this offense. Manning going to hand off to Shortell here to start this drive, and he's able to break 1 tackle and is able to skate through some, picks up a good chunk of yardage there, about 15 yards on that carry for Jacob Shortell. Manning 5 wide, he's back to throw. He's going to find Austin Collie, and he's got room to run here. Gets a good block down the field from Reggie Wayne, and he's out of bounds at the 40-yard line of Philadelphia. Huge gain there for Austin Collie off that drag route. Manning in the shotgun. It'll be a sweep run here for Shortell. He's able to break 1 tackle, breaks another, and he's off to the races. Jacob Shortell into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And just like that, they score and are an extra point away from tying this game up. Oh, it's play action, and he's going deep. Lays it out there for Deshaun Jackson, but it's intercepted by Gerard Powers. Oh, what a play. It was underthrown. He had Powers beat. Jackson did down the field with that speed, but Kyle Orton underthrew it. And this Colts defense gets the turnover they needed. I mean, he knew where he was going on that play all the way. Jackson had the step on him, but it's underthrown, and Powers is there to pick it off. Manning back to throw here, and he will find Austin Collie on this out route here. Big chunk of yardage there, down to the 36 of Philadelphia here. We need to get at least a few yards to make this a makeable kick for David Akers if we do have to settle for a field goal. Manning back to throw here, and he's going to fire, and Pierre Garçon is going to make the catch. It was behind him, but Pierre Garçon comes back to the ball, makes the catch, and that's going to be a first down here for the Colts, and now they can just run this clock out, basically. Akers' kick is up and good, so the Colts score 10 unanswered points here. 19 seconds left, no timeouts for the Eagle as they trail 31-28 here at home. Orton back to throw, and he's going deep. And it's intercepted again by Gerard Powers. Last time it was underthrown, this time overthrown for Deshaun Jackson. And that will be the game the Colts will escape with a 31-28 victory here in Philadelphia. They were up 28-7, gave up 21 unanswered points, and ended up being able to secure the victory off a David Akers field goal. And they will move now to 10-2 on the season. Gerard Powers, with those 2 huge interceptions in the lockdown coverage on Deshaun Jackson, earns him the Player of the Game award. We take another look at that David Akers chip shot field goal that secured this victory for the Colts. So we ended up going 12-4. We got a first round bye into the divisional round where we will be taking on the San Diego Chargers at home in this playoff game. But before we do, I'm going to show you the final stats for the season, the awards, and how all the standings ended up playing out. So the Steelers were the best team in the league. They went 13-3. We were the second seed in the AFC at 12-4. Eagles went 11-5. They were the top seed in the NFC. So AFC, 1 seed is the Steelers, then us, the Colts at 12-4. Patriots went 11-5. Chiefs 10-6, and then the Chargers at 10-6 and Raiders at 9-7 got the wild card. So 3 teams from the AFC West made it into the playoffs this year. Our division wasn't as closely contested. We were several games better than the Titans, who went 8-8, Texans 7-9, and then Jaguars 6-10. Jets ended up being the worst team in the league at 3-13. Aaron Rodgers ended up leading the league in passing yards at 4,800 yards on the season. He also led the league in passing touchdowns with 40. Ryan Fitzpatrick actually threw the most interceptions on the season. He threw 22 for the Bills this year, and then Mark Sanchez threw 19 for the Jets. That's probably why they were near the bottom of the league. Arian Foster led the league in rushing with almost 1,800 yards rushing on the season. And then Rashard Mendenhall led the league with 16 rushing touchdowns, followed by Darren McFadden, who had 14. Larry Fitzgerald had 129 receptions on the year, leading the league. He also had 1,700 receiving yards with 16 receiving touchdowns. He was far and away the best receiver out of anyone this entire season. John Beeson of the Panthers led the league with 176 tackles. Brett Kiesel of the Bears had 20 sacks. I'm pretty sure that ties him for the all-time record for sacks in a single season. Devron Waters ended up with 11 on the year. That might also be a record, so his second year in the league, he might have set an NFL record for that one. And then looking at our team stats on the year, Peyton Manning, 4,600 yards, 38 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions. Just another phenomenal year for the Sheriff. Jacob Shortell gets his first ever 1,000-yard rushing season, rushed for 1,100 yards with 8 rushing touchdowns on the season and averaged over 4 yards a carry. Just an unbelievable year for the third-year player out of Ole Miss. Reggie Wayne, 96 catches, 1,600 yards with 10 touchdowns on the year. Dallas Clark, 77 catches, 840 yards with 8 touchdowns. Pierre Garçon, 54 catches, 712 yards with 4 touchdowns. Austin Collie, 46 catches, 647 yards, 4 touchdowns. Jacob Shortell, 32 catches, 340 yards with 2 touchdowns out of the backfield. Corey Malone, 26 catches, 348 yards with 7 receiving touchdowns. And then the rookie Quentin Ross, 11 catches, 85 yards for 3 touchdowns. Thomas Barnes, the middle linebacker, led us with 158 tackles on the year. Drake Nevis led the league in sacks with 10. Dwight Freeney only had 5.5, and Robert Mathis only had 4. And then Gerard Powers led us with 4 interceptions on the year. 2 of those did come in the game against the Eagles. David Akers improved over the second half of the season, went 19 for 30 on field goal attempts for a 63% field goal percentage. McAfee, 91 punts, 42.4 average yards per punt, 35 inside the 29 touchbacks with a long of 68. And then Peyton Manning ends up winning yet another MVP award. I'm pretty sure that this is his 3rd straight MVP award. So 2014, this is this year. He won AFC Quarterback of the Year and MVP, NFL Quarterback of the Year, NFL Offensive Player of the Year, AFC Offensive Player of the Year, as well as NFL MVP. Last year, he won NFL MVP 2012, NFL MVP 2011, AFC MVP, but not NFL MVP. He was a 09 MVP, 08 MVP, 05 MVP. So he had 4 MVPs before we started this, and he got 3 more. So he's up to 7 MVP awards now. That's crazy. Also won NFL Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Brendan Chapman. So the Brett Kiesel, who led the league with 20 sacks, ends up losing to a 3rd-year player for the Cardinals. Manning also wins NFL Best Quarterback of the Year. And then Jim Caldwell finishes 2nd for Coach of the Year to the Steelers' new head coach that took them to a 13-3 record. So those are the awards, and now it's time to hop into these playoff games, starting with this divisional game against the San Diego Chargers. So this turned out being a well-fought game. San Diego only scored off of 3 field goals. We scored a touchdown in the first quarter and then scored another one in the fourth quarter with a 2-point conversion. We end up winning a hard-fought defensive battle, 15-9, and we'll be moving on to our 3rd straight AFC Championship game against the Steelers. Like I said, here we are in the AFC Championship game for a 2nd straight year playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. This has been the rivalry of this season. So we beat them in Week 17, 35-33 in Pittsburgh. We beat them last year in the AFC Championship game. We've played them multiple times throughout this season of Madden NFL What If. So I think that, playing them one more time in what could very well be Manning's final season to go to yet another Super Bowl is very fitting. So I'm definitely excited for this game. So here we are at Heinz Field. This is the first time we've had to play them at Pittsburgh, so it's going to be a very snowy, very windy game here in the cold against Ben Roethlisberger. Is this the last time we see this matchup of Manning versus Roethlisberger for a chance to go to the Super Bowl. Could very well be. Okay, so we've pulled ahead to a 14. Make that a 21-3 lead here at halftime thanks to a Quentin Ross return touchdown, I believe. Or maybe it was a Shortell return touchdown. Huge lead for us here on the Steelers. End of the third quarter. We score yet again here in the fourth. It's 28-3, and this is it. We're going back to the Super Bowl. We blow out the Steelers in Heinz Field. We're going to the Super Bowl, baby. Peyton Manning, player of the game, 188 yards with 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. So we beat them 28-3, blow them out in their stadium, and we're going back to the Super Bowl. Let's see who we end up. No, I don't want to play the Pro Bowl. I don't want to play the Pro Bowl. We want to simulate it. And we're going up against the San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl at Tampa Bay, Raymond James Stadium. They're 10-6 on the year. Let's check them out, see what their team looks like. So they have new quarterbacks across the board. Asfa Giles, a rushing quarterback, 89 speed, 90 agility, 90 acceleration, 89 awareness, 82 elusiveness. So this is a great running quarterback. 89 spin move, 92 juke, 95 jumping, 95 throw power, 81, 74, 72 accuracy splits, 86 throwing on the run. So this guy is a speedy quarterback. And they also have another pretty good speedy quarterback, Greg Taylor, backing him up. Still got the legend Frank Gore at running back, receiving core of Michael Crabtree, a rookie, Harrison Bell, that has 90 speed. And then I'm not too worried about the rest of their receivers. Is Vernon Davis still here? He is still at a 91 overall. You got O.C. Umenyiora at right end. All right, D-tackle doesn't look great here. They still have those really good linebackers like Patrick Willis. You have 99 overall. Patrick Willis is here. You still have Aldon Smith. Yes, 91 overall. Aldon Smith is here. He's going to be someone that we're going to have to worry about. Their secondary isn't scaring me. The defense overall isn't scaring me. It's just Patrick Willis and Aldon Smith, really. The main thing is going to be stopping this running quarterback who, you know, it has led them to this Super Bowl, has put them on this great run. So we're going to have to shut him down here in the Super Bowl. We're going to play this game. All right, so we're hopping into this Super Bowl. We're down 24-21, 2:17 remaining here in this game. And we have the ball at our own 20. Peyton Manning coming out trying to lead us to this Super Bowl title here. We got to get rid of it. There's no one open on that play. That was good defense there from the Niners as Manning got hit on that one. Manning back to throw again, and we've got Dallas Clark on the seam open. He's going to be able to hang on to that ball, and we're going to let that go down to a 2-minute warning here. Manning, 225 yards passing, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Their quarterback has less than 60 yards passing on the day, so it definitely hasn't been his arm that's killed us. It's probably his legs as well as running with Frank Gore, most likely. There we go. Dallas Clark on the out route there. Another catch for him. It's going to be close, but not quite at the first down marker as he's tackled by Patrick Willis there. Manning back to throw, and he's going to find Dallas Clark in the flat again. 3 straight catches for Dallas Clark here on this drive, and they're close to midfield. That clock is running, and so the Colts do not seem to be in quite hurry-up mode yet. They don't want to give this Niners offense any time here, as Manning throws incomplete, intended for his running back Jacob Shortell out of the backfield there. Manning back to throw, looking, and he's going to fire deep to Shortell, and it's overthrown. Could have been picked, possibly. A bad throw there by Manning, and it is now 3rd and 10. This Colts offense needs to find something here. Definitely in 4-down territory here, and Manning's getting sacked. We're going to have to call a timeout here. Manning back to throw. Got to find something. He's going deep. Reggie Wayne makes the catch! He made the catch! Unreliable Reggie Wayne down the field on 4th down. A huge play down to the 15-yard line. Got past his guy. They were playing cover 2 deep. And Wayne, able to keep his feet in bounds, makes the biggest play of his career probably. And keeps the Colts' hopes of tying this game alive here. Manning rolling, looking, throwing, and it's off the mark, incomplete there. And Manning is going to find Dallas Clark, and he's going to be just short here. 1 yard away. The clock continues to run. Colts break the huddle. Clock still running here. 25 seconds remaining here. They're going to let this just continue to work down. They come out in the goal line. You have to think they might be trying a QB sneak with Peyton Manning, and they do, and Manning's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. They're an extra point away from going up by 4. Extra point from David Akers. It is up. It is good. And so the Colts are 14 seconds away from being the first team to ever win 3 straight Super Bowls. Pat McAfee to kick it away here. It'll be fielded by Sullivan. He will return this one, and he'll get to about the 20, maybe the 21. Takes about 4 or 5 seconds off the clock here. So the Niners only have 10 seconds left. They have all 3 timeouts, so anywhere on the field is fair game here. Giles back to throw, and Nevis gets in there, and he's going to bring him down. Giles couldn't take off. Those legs failed him there. Giles back to throw again. You got to be thinking Hail Mary here. It's going deep, and it's knocked away. And that's it. Time has run out. And the Colts have won a 3rd straight Super Bowl. The first team ever to win 3 straight Super Bowls. What a game by this Colts team. What a clutch comeback. They had 4th and forever to go, but Manning found Reggie Wayne down the right sideline. Wayne made a wonderful toe-tapping catch. They were able to work their way down to the 1 yard line, and Manning himself behind Jeff Saturday, the combo that has been the foundation of that Colts offense for the better part of 2 decades, gets them in the end zone. Jacob Shortell, the running back, gets his Super Bowl MVP. But what a monumental win and a way to cap off this Colts dynasty with Peyton Manning, who you have to think might be looking to retire after this season, or he might come back for one more shot, but certainly nothing left to prove for the Sheriff now. He has cemented his legacy as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, quarterback of all time, as we take another look here at that Reggie Wayne catch down the right sideline. 39, the safety, just not able to get there in time, and then here it is again. Manning behind his trusty center, Jeff Saturday, getting into the end zone and helping the Colts win their 3rd straight Super Bowl and the 4th of Manning's illustrious career here. You have to think with this 49ers team, the youth of this offense will definitely have more opportunities, but just wasn't enough to dethrone this Colts dynasty. And now we wait to see if Manning will ride off into the sunset after completing the three-peat, or if instead he will come back for yet another year. So Jeff Saturday, Hutchison, Subert, Davis, and Ike Taylor all retire, but Peyton Manning does not. He will stay for at least one more season. The mad lad he is, he's going to play at age 40. So let's look at the other retirements here. Any of note: Ed Reed retires, Seneca Moss, and those are the main ones. So we will have at least one more episode of Madden NFL What If Peyton Manning. Again, we have quite a few guys that need to be re-signed. I'll do all of this behind the scenes. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. Honestly, I thought this experiment would last 2, maybe 3 seasons. We're going into year 5 here. I don't know how much longer it'll go. Maybe he'll end up like Tom Brady and play till he's like 50. I don't know. But if you did enjoy the video, please hit the like button. Also, please consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out on the rest of Season 1 of Madden NFL What If. But until next time, guys, I'm Brandon Satterwhite with iDash Gaming. Thank you for watching.